in the rapids, it's 4 of us that race. I know you two, you got that competitive spirit.
I'm Matt Butkus. Welcome to Suzuki's Great Outdoors. This week, Justin Glanville and I, together with our dads, will be doing some exploring, some whitewater rafting, some camping, all in the River of No Return, Idaho's Salmon River.
I'm the fisherman in the group, and even though there aren't any fish in this creek here, I wish we had to catch a big steelhead down in the Salmon River. That is, if we can get our dads down from the mountain.
The Butkuses and the Glanvilles together on the Salmon River should be a wild show. We'll be right back. Let's go down the creek a little bit.
Suzuki's Great Outdoors with Dick Butkus is brought to you by American Suzuki, committed to bringing you the most innovative motorcycles, ATVs, and outboard motors on the market today. Suzuki, the ride you've been waiting for. And in part by Budweiser, fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your bud.
Welcome back to Idaho, where we're about to take a trip down one of the wildest rivers in North America. I got a great group of friends going along with me, including Atlanta Falcon head coach Jerry Glanville. Now, Jerry, I hear that they say the salmon is the river of no return. What do you think?
I think every head coach in the National Football League should go down the river of no return. I think we've all gone down there.
Along with Jerry, we have his son, Justin. Justin, have you ever rafted before?
No, but just stay on me and it'll be all right.
All right, I think I'll do that. Well, this guy you may recognize, you sort of look sort of alike. He's my son, Matt. He'll be joining me, and I got my number one son working behind the camera, Rick. Matt, we're going to be with some other people, so if you can just keep the snoring down, I appreciate it.
This is how you learn from the best.
You'll also see this guy a lot. He's our guide, Wayne Johnson from Barker Ewing River Trips, and Wayne, you're going to see a lot of me too. I'll be right there with you. All right. Oh, one other ingredient that always makes a great trip is the people that you meet. Now, we're going to have some folks joining us along the river, and they're going to camp and raft with us for a while, and then we're going to split off. So, I don't know about them, but I'm ready. What do you say? You guys,
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
The passage with canoes is entirely impossible, Captain William Clark declared in 1805 when he arrived at Pine Creek Rapid, you see below. The salmon didn't get its nickname as the River of No Return for nothing. Over 150 years after the first white men came to the valley, only one-way trips down the Salmon River were possible. Today, power boats manned by very skilled operators can navigate this wild and magnificent river.
The jet boat was pretty much designed on this river. They're quite unique in that they use a jet impeller rather than a prop. It's kind of like a jet engine. If you look out in the fins, it sucks the water up through the hull of the boat and spits it out the back. And that's where we get the propulsion on the river.
Nearly 8,000 people float this stretch of river every summer, and 8,000 people even with biodegradable soap would.
Barker Ewing's veteran guide, Wayne Johnson, gave the group all the necessary lessons and precautions needed to make our rafting and camping safe.
Lather up and then have someone pour water on you. I suspect we'll find someone who'd be happy to pour a bucket of water on someone else.
Now, look who jumps right into the kayak. The Glanville team.
Dick.
Justin in front, Jerry in the
We're ready
rear.
if you are. Do you have the long-distance phone number from my wife?
Everything's taken care of.
She'll either kiss you or hate you. I don't know which one, whether we come back here or not.
I don't know.
know, they suggested us to, if we wanted to take the two-man kayak. Now, Jerry's out here practicing with Justin. He said he'd never done it before. And there's some rapids right there. Listen, don't go too far. Well, maybe we'll try it. But I don't know if we got a big enough kayak for Matt and me. That's got to be so long. 250 and 250. No, he's about 260, 270. We're talking like 600 pounds. So it's a little different between Justin and Jerry. I'm talking about Matt. Me getting into that thing, it's a little different.
No. I think that'd be good. I think we could race. Huh? What do you think? We get in the rapids, the four of us will race. I know you two. You got that competitive spirit.
The rest of our crew would start out in the paddle raft. With Wayne as our leader, we'd learned that teamwork is the key to maneuvering through the wild salmon rapids. We would swap around between the boat and the kayak throughout the various rapids we'd encounter. So don't get confused on who's where and when. Just hold on tight.
That way. Paddle hard, son. Paddle hard. Here it is. Justin, you cold? Are you cold?
Yes.
You want to keep doing it? You want to get in the raft?
Dad, please.
11-year-old Justin learned quickly that the place to be was on the paddle raft with the five of us, as opposed to old Dad steering.
These waves look different in the kayak.
Tell the buckets just to keep up with us and paddle, okay?
Oar in the water, man! Oar in the water! Good job!
We stopped at Legend Creek about 6 miles into our trip for a Barker Ewing spread. While the guides set up lunch, we all took a break. Matt took off with Wayne and some others to see the Legend Creek pictographs, the largest and most interesting example of painted Indian rock art in the area.
We really don't know what it means. This could be the doodling comparable to what we do on our Yellow Pages phone book or such. We have no Rosetta Stone of pictographs to decipher these. We have to simply accept that humans were here before us, that they were literate enough to understand a written form of communication, perhaps, to leave a symbol for us to see and enjoy. And they had the technology really to produce a dye from organic materials that has lasted all these years.
Yeah. Well, it's about that time to maybe head back for some lunch.
It ought to be ready by now.
All right, what are we having?
Well, we're going to have cold cuts today, and we'll have mostly sandwiches for today. Fresh fruits and vegetables and tomatoes and
whatnot.
A big feed.
All righty, let's head back.
Later, you can join me in the kayak for a mighty wild ride. And Coach Glanville and I will head up into the Idaho Hills as our exploration into the Salmon River country continues here on the SDN. What you see heading upstream on the Salmon River is a machine that early settlers never dreamed of. No one ever imagined that the river of no return could be challenged upstream. When the Salmon River was included in the Wilderness Act of 1964, provisions were made for continued use of jet boats on this wild river. Jet boat operators on the Salmon must be highly skilled to maneuver both down and upriver. Mike McLean, manager of Salmon River Tours, is one of the few who have learned to master the powerful salmon with a jet boat.
They're the workhorses of the Salmon River. Floaters float down the river. They don't want to go all the way through or can't. We pick them up and haul them back out. In the summertime, we also run sightseeing tours. People who want to come see the wilderness, see the river for a few days, but for some reason do not want to float or are unable to float due to health reasons or age. They're kind of unique in the sense that they don't have a steering wheel. We have a direct steering that turns the nozzle in the back. We have a rod that pushes to go left, pull to go right, because you've got to maneuver so quickly in some of these that the steering wheel does not have the response. This is direct.
You can sense the heavy concentration Mike has when approaching a rapid. Experience is the key when maneuvering around nature's powerful salmon runs.
You're watching for the rocks, mainly in the lower levels of water, and you pretty well have them memorized. Higher stages of water, you're watching for the big holes. Take it easy on the boat.
In addition to piloting jet boats with his company, he also operates their China Bar Lodge, which is located at the mouth of Limhi Creek. Now remember, this place is in the salmon wilderness. So how did they get the wood to build this remote lodge?
It took about 4 years, actually, to get all the materials down and to get it built, because you bring it down in high water when you can haul heavy loads and have a backhaul to get out. So by the time you're getting it down, then you also have to get the structure up. And pretty time consuming. It's a long ways away from the end of the road.
Whether he's taking rafters back upriver after a multiple day trip, taking tours down the river, or running the steelhead fishing season from the lodge, there's a personal satisfaction he gets with his work.
Before I came to this country, I was in what I considered kind of a stressful job that paid fairly decent. And when I left, I come to here. We don't make much money, but I figure I've traded riches for riches. I trade monetary riches for the richness of living and working on the Salmon River in this country. Entertaining people and making sure they can have all the fun they can stand while they're here. You know, it's enjoyable to make a living showing people a good time. That's the best part of the job.
There is some great fishing on the Salmon River, steelhead in the spring and fall, but late June, the water is simply too high. That's why we're not going to fish. Guess who's ready to prove the fishing theory wrong? Yep, Justin passed on the sandwiches and brought out his fishing gear.
He didn't learn any fishing from me, because I don't do any fishing. He started, when we lived in Texas on a lake, he started putting hot dogs on a hook catching turtles. I'm talking at 3 years old, and he's been fishing ever since.
That's great. Yeah.
Did you know turtles love hot dogs?
No.
They like the smoked cooked hot dogs. This is it.
Hey, are you looking for a job? I'm going to be my guy.
Look at that.
Let him go. Is that sand soft?
Yeah, that's it. Kind of deep, but it's like...
What is?
Hey, did you leave the boat or what?
I flew out. Did you
He
see
left
it?
the boat. From here to here, you left the boat.
I know. Well, I told you that bow looked like it was too low, and then I just saw the wave coming. I go, whoop, here it goes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was going to bite it. I just left the boat.
When you left the boat in the water held us both down. I think what we got to do next time is put you in the back.
Yeah.
It's a deal. In the back.
After our first day of rafting, it was good to set up camp and await a hearty dinner. In our short time together, the Glanvilles, the Butkusses, and all who were with our group blended well. As I watched Justin Glanville cast the line out into the wild salmon, I felt an enormously good feeling.
You like fishing, huh?
Love it.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. Just me.
Being out here in the Salmon River, I guess made me realize just how precious our protected lands are. I mean, for us, young and old, to sit out in this distant wilderness, far from the hustle and bustle, really makes you appreciate the moment.
This is about a 12-pound Pacific salmon.
Okay. So you got the bacon, the onions, the lemon in there?
Lemons and butter, and we just wrap it up. The bacon, of course, will add some flavor, but it also keeps it from burning against the tinfoil on the coals. And we'll just set this right on the coals, directly on the coals.
No grill.
And it will steam and actually poach the salmon.
All right, got salad. We got, what else? Asparagus?
Well, we'll have steamed asparagus with the fish with a lemon dill sauce for that.
Oh, that's good.
We will have coffee and hot water for tea or hot chocolate or decaffeinated coffee. And we have corn on the cob boiled in milk and butter. And then we'll have strawberry shortcake for dessert.
Well, what? You're going to leave some for us? Or, oh, that's for...
You can't eat all that now, Max. You
It's on a
can't.
rough day paddling, you know?
Oh, both times I saw you paddling.
You can just set that down there and get
All
it over there.
two times.
What do you think, Dick?
Good stuff.
Son, if you could tear yourself away from that fire, you could have a good dinner. What would you rather do at 10 years old, Matt? Build a fire or eat good food?
That's the wrong guy to ask.
At your size, you didn't build many fires. You had a lot of good food, right?
We had stopped for the evening while the waters of the salmon continued to flow. We would rest well and be ready for the next day's venture. The following morning, Mike McLean of Salmon River Tour Company jet boated us back upriver along with his longtime buddy named Sissy. We had been told by several locals that you must travel up into the canyon to get a good perspective of the terrain of the Salmon River country. While Justin and Matt fished, Jerry and I decided we'd take the road less traveled, an idea that resulted in some beautiful scenery. During our ride, we passed an old mining town. The coming of fur trappers and miners in the 1800s added to the rich history of the Salmon River and surrounding area. Old mines, cabins, and rock walls are plentiful.
Suzuki's Great Outdoors with Dick Butkus is brought to you by American Suzuki, committed to bringing you the most innovative motorcycles, ATVs, and outboard motors on the market today. Suzuki, the ride you've been waiting for. Learn from the experts. Subscribe to Outdoor Life magazine. To order, call 1-800-248-5585.
Camping and traveling for exciting new angling opportunities is becoming more and more popular, but there's some hassles involved too. I'm Jerry Gibbs for Outdoor Life. Probably the biggest headache for traveling anglers is transporting rods. New multi-piece travel rods are made so well today, you'll think you're fishing with a one-piece rod, and what a pleasure to transport them. My preference is for a travel rod designed specifically for fly, casting, or spinning purposes, not one of those tricky designs that's supposed to do all three. Any rod deserves the protection of a hard case. You can buy one or make one yourself out of 4-inch Schedule 40 or even better Schedule 80 PVC pipe, plus an end cap and a screw-type cleanout fitting at the other end. On the road, you can strap it to your vehicle roof rack to keep it out of the way. Make sure there's a piece of foam or cloth at either end inside the case. Sudden shocks and stops can really play havoc with a rod tip. I'm Jerry Gibbs for Outdoor Life.
You get a good sense of the terrain as you travel upwards into the canyon. Now, as pretty as it is down along the Salmon, looking up at the canyon, it is also impressive to see the land from above. Coach and I would take a break high in Idaho country where I'd find out a little bit more about the energetic coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
This is it, Dick. Look at that trail zigzagging back and forth over that mountain over there. Wonder who's using that trail.
Oh, man, some old loggers. Sit down there, take a blow, let the boys catch some fish down there. Listen, I've been checking the newspaper and these sports sections and everything else, and not during the football season. And I'm looking all of a sudden at these racing deals. How does a football coach get into racing?
Really, I think it helps you that you see all these coaches get burned out and they get wore out. You got to have another something else that you do. And when you're out there in a race car, you can't be worried about goal line, short yardage, third down. And it's sort of a mind release, and it's something that we really enjoy.
What do you expect me to believe?
Yes, a mind release.
What do you like better?
Oh, football. I can't imagine me not being in football. People say sometimes, what are you going to do when you're not coaching? And I can't imagine not coaching. I think that's there forever.
How do you react to the fans? Like, you must have a love-hate relationship with, various teams, various cities you go into. And then this Elvis deal. What's with this ticket deal?
Well, really, Elvis wanted to come on this trip, but we didn't have we didn't have anything that could transport him. He's a little bit big right now. Yeah. Really, the fans, when you're on the road and you play an arch rival, I like to be booed. I think if you're being booed, then you've accomplished something on the road. And I tell our team, you have to feed off the boos. When we were in Texas and we go to Cleveland and Pittsburgh, when they introduced us, it was a great feeling. It gives you goosebumps all over because they boo and throw things.
I know exactly what you mean. I did in Detroit.
Absolutely. Now, if you're at home getting booed, that's a little different. But nobody booed you harder than when you played the teams in your division.
Right.
And why? Because they really respected and loved you.
Michael, all right.
You guys are good on the doing.
Well, we've run out of time this week, and there's a lot of people I got to thank. And I'm going to get right to my music man right here, Mike McLean. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Oh, you're so welcome.
He provided the jet boat that